Welcome in. Thanks for staying up late. I'm Steve Schneider along with Spencer Verrett. It's Friday night in the boot. This is the show that launches us into the postseason. Week 10, regular season finales, a couple of dozen games, great teams, great action all the way across the board.
You got district titles on the line. You got perfect seasons on the line. You got playoff spots on the line. We got it all for you tonight. We got it all across the state for you.
And you had a couple of undefeated teams to kick off this show. Our game of the week for Cox, fantastic matchup.
They've had 3 game of the weeks in this district. 2-5A has had the Ruston Neville game as a game of the year basically. Ruston Neville was a game of the year basically, and now we have Neville taking on Ash. 2 9-0 teams playing it out for 10-0. Ash looking to go 10-0 for the first time in quite some time, and they're going to start off really well here. It's Carson Sellers. He finds Jimmy Duncan on the little group pass for the touchdown. Early 7-0 lead for Ash. They have the ball again now. Sellers is going to find number 14, Alex Buckno. He gets in. He doesn't get in. He gets down to the 2. But there's JT Lindsay. He punches it in from 2 yards out to the Trojans. A 14-0 lead. So Parker Robinson in. The Tigers would not go down easy. He hooks up for Trayvon Dumas down to the 2-yard line. Next play, Jalen Nichols. He's going to punch it in to cut into the deficit. They get 14-7 Trojans. Ash would not take long to answer though. Max Gasho is going to find Darius Washington on the wide receiver screen.
Play call for that.
He's into the end zone for the touchdown to make it 21-9. After a Neville turnover, Trojans looking to increase the advantage. But it's number 26, Stephen Hanlon. Picks off Sellers, keeps the Tigers right in this game. Neville would give it right back though. Parker Robinson drops back to pass. And it's tipped up and intercepted by Jaden Lewis. Tips it up to himself there. Brings it down himself as well. Ash back with the ball. It's going to be Sellers again. He's going to connect with Duncan late in the second quarter.
Check out the protection.
The offensive line doing what they need to do. He finds Duncan. And Duncan makes his way to the left side. Pushed out of bounds around the 2-yard line. 3 seconds left on the clock. Sellers completes the pass to Washington. It's Ash 28, Neville 9 at the half. Trojans looking to tack on the lead on the third quarter. Vaughn Darbon. He comes up with a 13-yard run to make it 35-9.
What a senior
2 9-0 teams.
Yes.
Backup quarterback now for Neville, Brock Jordan. He's going to heave it downfield as it bounces into the arms of Thomas Campbell. How did I get this thing? He's down to the 3-yard line, puts the Tigers into scoring position. Nichols would punch it in from 2 yards out. So they score 42-16, but it was not even close. Trojans dominate. JT Lindsay, 212 yards and 2 touchdowns on 34 carries. The Trojans win the district. They're 10-0. What a way to end the season so far for them.
Coach Bachman, man, what a job he has done in making this a juggernaut. All right, let's go back to Thursday night, our game of the week, Catholic and Zachary. Zachary's kick returner slipped at the 1-yard line. Then they snatched it over the head of the quarterback. It was 2-0, make it 9-0 as sophomore Jaden Miles goes in from 2 yards out after that turnover. Then another turnover, and it's Baylor Graves, the quarterback. 31 yards to Porter Fourier, 15-0 Catholic. They'd had a 2-point play as Miles made like Tim Tebow with a jump pass. Less than 4 minutes in, the Broncos are down 17 on home senior night, although it was postponed because of the weather. I'll tell you what, it didn't postpone DeVecchio Rucker. 55-yard touchdown answers for the Broncos there. And then to start the second quarter, Ruffin at it again. His second touchdown cuts the Catholic lead to 17-14. But here comes Miles, the sophomore, in the shotgun. Touchdown number 2 makes it 24-14 for number 5. Then, here goes Miles again. Check out this run, Spencer.
Woo! Puts him on his back. Carry him into the end zone, big fella.
45-yard touchdown. His third of the game. It's 31-14. Zachary, Caleb Gonzalez to his wide receiver senior, Traylon Seth, 31-21 as the Broncos try to hang around. But Graves will look into the flat. Alex Huffine gets a block. He's down the sideline. 89 yards. No one will catch him. Halfway through the second quarter, they have 38 on the board, and the lead is 17 again, 38-21. Then it's Miles. on the handoff. His 4th touchdown of the first half.
Take the contact.
44 points in the first half. It's 44-21. Ruffin, not to be outdone, his 3rd touchdown of the first half. 44-27 was your score.
Where's the D, Steve? Where's the D?
We're looking. 3rd quarter. Graves will dump it off to Miles. This is touchdown number 5 for number 5. 4 rushing, 1 receiving. 52-27. Ruffin, right up the gut. 62 yards. His 4th touchdown rushing of the game. 52-34. Then it would be a direct snap to Miles. Folks, are you kidding me? The sophomore's about to score his 6th touchdown against Zachary, and we're not even in the 4th quarter. It's 59-34. We go to the 4th quarter. Just moments in, Ruffin gets his 5th touchdown. That's 100 points on the board. 59-41 Catholic over Zachary, trying to stay unbeaten in week number 10. Caleb Gonzalez on the keeper, cuts the lead to 11, but he is hurt. His bell is rung. He's out of the game at 59-48. Catholic's backup quarterback, Turner Goldsmith, 66-48 Bears. Then Ruffin, his 6th touchdown, 66-55. He had 298 yards rushing for the senior. Then it's Miles, not to be outdone, his 7th touchdown for the sophomore. He had 179 yards, 73-55.
He's got to be tired of doing those celebrations over and over again. Catholics 10-0 on the season. They win 73-55. Zachary 6-3, going to have to bounce back before the playoffs. But let's hear from the man himself, scoring 7 touchdowns. Let's hear from him.
We're here with Jaden, and they were just talking about and showing 7 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
Could you have even imagined this?
No, sir. All glory to God. You know, he just led me through the way. I just kept praying every single touchdown. That's all I can say.
I came to practice earlier this week, and
yes, sir.
Coach Fuller was telling you, look, just relax. You're a great athlete.
Yes, sir.
Make the plays.
Yes, sir.
Did that help you in this situation?
Yes, sir. All the time, Coach Fuller always on me, but he makes sure I'm straight. And, yeah.
I'm nervous. Well, this is your first time doing an interview live, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're allowed to be nervous. Talk about the rest of your teammates and how they factor into this, because so many weapons on this offense, and then your quarterback, who was nearly flawless.
Oh, yeah, my team, we dominated every play. We never gave up. 4th quarter, we gave it all we had.
Now, what was your favorite player of all those ones? Was it the run down there for the touchdown? Was it the 2-point play? What was your favorite play?
My favorite play was the 2-point play. That was my favorite play. I like when I tossed it up. They didn't see it coming, so.
They definitely didn't see it coming.
And we worked on it. We worked on it all week. I was messing it up over and over. And then Coach Fuller, he told me, like, I'm going to be good, just be an athlete and throw the ball. And we finally did it and did it right in the game.
So we've arrived into the postseason.
Yes, sir.
A perfect regular season,
yes,
a huge win on the road against a quality opponent.
Yes, sir.
What is the future for this team, the potential?
I mean, the future for this team, we're just trying to go to the state. Just trying to go to the state, win. That's the future.
Great game and an even better smile. Let's now jump to this game.
Shaw taking on St. Charles Catholic. Both these teams firmly in the playoffs, but looking for that seeding. Here comes the Comets' first possession. Skylar Edwards gets the call, and he answers 27 yards for the score, 7-0 Comets. Eagles going to answer right back, though. Quarterback Mason Wilson looks left, then he just going to take off, finds the hole, and he's into the end zone for the score. 7-6 Comet lead now, as the extra point was no good.
Wayne Stein and Hank Tierney, legends in the coaching realm for high school football.
And here comes Wayne Stein's boys. Oh, wait, there he is, nowhere going. A flock of Eagles take him down in the backfield. Going to give the ball back to Jasper Parker into the end zone for the touchdown. Can't pull him down. Can't knock him down either. Points at him, tells him, you can't take me down. Here comes the Comets, though, on offense again. It's Landry LeBlanc going deep, but Rontre Carter snatches it out the sky for the INT. Eagles go back to work. Wilson's going to try a deep ball of his own, and Jacob Washington comes down with it. Eagles in Comet territory. Early 4th quarter. They're going to finish the job here. Parker just going to bounce off a couple of tackles and find his way into the end zone. There he is right there. Into the end zone for the touchdown. 19-7 Eagles. They go on to win 26-7. Shaw 8-2 on the year. St. Charles Catholic at 3-6. They're still really highly seeded in the bracket as of now. It'll be interesting to see. That's going to be a tough out in the playoffs for anyone who has to go against the St. Charles Catholic Comets.
So a lot of our games on Thursday night because of a storm that never got here, right? But
Right.
They were still fantastic results, fantastic highlights, and we're just getting started here. Friday night in the boot when we come back.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play!
OCS versus Oak Grove. Let's get it on! I only have two things to say. 3 and no losses on Stephen Kitchen Field. It's called Pride Tonight, and I got a hell of a lot of pride. So let's go.
It was a Thursday night, but it was good enough to be top of the show on a Friday. Ouachita Christian up against Oak Grove. Louisiana Tech commit Jackson Bradley issued that message, and the All-State quarterback goes back to work, a little motivated, comes out slinging it. Finds Brody Stewart, 50-yard post pattern, 80-yard scoring drive. What a start for them. Then, later in the first, 4th and short, no problem. Your big quarterback plunged forward. Ryan Gregory liking what he sees. That leads to a Thomas Layton 1-yard dive. Oak Grove's Tigers up 13-0 on the Eagles. OCS responds, though. Luke Vadrine, 20-2 as an Eagles starting quarterback. The Jade Turner, 13-yard score on a 4th and 6. They're on the board. Tigers, though, silence that student body quickly. 3 plays later, Bradley to Jay Freeman, 51 yards out, Oak Grove 20-7. Eagles will try to answer. Vadrine back to throw. Looking. That one is picked by junior Devin Franklin. Momentum now on Oak Grove sidelines as Bradley is on fire, not done yet. Look at that time.
Deep
right
balls
down
all
the
day.
field to Owen Layton. Same drive. Jackson finds Stewart again, 16 yards out. He was 11 of 13 for 239 in the first half. Tigers led 26-7. OCS would come out of the locker room, march down the field. Vadrine, 1 yard out, makes it 26-14. But Oak Grove's offense cannot be slowed down on this night. Freeman, fresh off 4 touchdowns last week. Here's another highlight, weaving, zigzagging in and out of the OCS defense. Down at the 1, leads to another Oak Grove touchdown. Tigers are smiling. Bradley was going to add 1 more touchdown on the ground. What a night for Oak Grove. The final 44-14 as Oak Grove celebrates a District 2 2A title.
Yep, Oak Grove 9-1 on the season. Ouachita Christian's going to be another tough team to beat as well, both of them. And their respective divisions are going to be really tough to beat. Now, let's talk about something here. The defense is described as a team that is trying to prevent scoring. Let's go to a place where they don't know the definition of that. Shreveport, Evangel's taking on Parkway. The Eagles need a win to get into the playoffs, and they're going to start off in the perfect way possible. Josh Isaac's going to field the kickoff. This is the opening kickoff, and he is gone. Referee, get out the way, man. I can't see Josh Isaac running down the sideline. He's not going to get into the end zone. He gets pushed out around the 20-yard line. But a few plays later, Pop Houston is going to get the snap. He's going to roll a little bit to the right. He'll fire across his body into the end zone. Who's he got there? He's got Johnny Casey Jr. in the end zone for the touchdown. They go for 2 and they get it. It's 8-0. Evangel, like I said, needs this win to get in the playoffs.
8 out of 88 points they scored on this night.
There's a deflected pass on 4th down. Ball goes back to the Eagles, and they would get a field goal from it from Kagan Kent. This is the ensuing kickoff from that field goal. Camaro Mayo, referee, once again, get out the way, man. There's Mayo. He's going to run his way down into Eagles territory.
When do the refs talk to you next week when you're out shooting?
They're going to be upset with me.
Come on, Spencer.
We're going to get a touchdown here for the Panthers. It's the big fella, C.J. Dudley, into the house for 6. They get a 2-pointer. Let's skip to the closing seconds of this game. Evangel needs this win. They're down 43-42. Kent for the win. He's got it. Evangel escapes Parkway with the win, 45-43. Thank you to Ernie Velasco for capturing that and sending it in. They're going to the playoffs. I checked the power ratings after the game. Regardless of everything that happens, Evangel should be in the playoffs after being on the bubble right before the close.
That was the boot of the night on Friday night in the boot. All right, you also were in Morgan City on Thursday night.
I traveled down south to catch Central Catholic taking on Covington Christian. They're looking to spoil the perfect season of the Lions, but 13-0 up there in the third. Owen Troshclair, he's going to add to that advantage with a little bit of swagger. Quarterback run into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 19-0. Eagles not going to take long to respond and get some points on the board after that, though. Who is that? That's Tate Fontenot. He busts through the line, and he's gone. Number 24 is going to try to bring him down, but he brings him down in the end zone for a touchdown. Lead is now 19-7. A little bit of worry on that sideline for Covenant Christian. But Troskelaire and the Lions, they've got the answer. Look at this run. He's going to take the snap, just immediately takes off with it. Gets near the sideline, takes a hit, a little bit of roll down at the 2. A couple plays later, Carson Hebert gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. It's 25-7. From there, Covenant Christian's defense held the Eagles to basically nothing. You'll see a sack here from Lucas Lally, and he's pumped up. He says, this is our house. This ain't their house. This is our house. And then talking it over, talking. We got to figure this game out. We got to lock it down. We got to shut it down. We're 10-0. We're district champs. What you need here, you need Peyton Troskelaire to make a play. Throwing it up deep. There's Troskelaire knocking the ball away. District championship for Covenant Christian. The final score of this one, 25-7. Perfect season for both of those for the first time in school history. Let's hear from Coach Jesse Turner after the win.
And it's tough to win one game and then, in high school football, especially in the tough district that we have, man. But these guys fought all year, especially tonight, man. It was a district championship. We had a lot on the line, had the opportunity to go 10-0. So it was a lot of things on the line tonight, and our guys came out, responded against a great Central Catholic team. Coach Grogan over there has an amazing program. He's been doing great in this district for a while. But I'm glad our guys came on top. We executed, we played hard, and I can't ask for nothing else from my guys. We're a scrappy team. We might not be the biggest, we might not be the fastest, but our guys will never lay down. You know what I'm saying? We're fighters, and that's what we preach, and we've been preaching it from day one. But those guys, they're winners, man. They're winners in my book, no matter what the school board says, and they're going to fight to the end, and I love that about them.
What a story down there in Homo. Covenant Christian 10-0. I mean, last season they finished 3-7, but they've really turned it around. I'll have a lot more for you on that in the Spotlight midweek next week, including Coach Turner's locker room speech afterwards. I'll just say it was pretty turnt in the locker room, as the younger generation says nowadays.
And that show is every Wednesday night, live here on the network at 7 o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock. Lots of great storytelling, and it's starting to pick up an audience. I've noticed the numbers really starting to jump. All right, we started the show with powerhouses like Ash and Catholic. Are they the 2 best teams in the state at the upper divisions? Or could there be a team in New Orleans that's even better? Stay right there. We'll be back.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Buying online is easy, but not when it comes to buying medications. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl. Kids are dying from these fake pills. Fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin. A lethal dose is smaller than a pencil point. Worse yet, medical professionals can't tell the difference between real pills and their counterfeits. Don't take anything that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
To the Crescent City we go. A District 9 5A title was on the line last night. Homecoming for the Cougars of Edna Karr, taking on the Raiders of Rummel. An absolute track meet. You can see what I'm talking about right here. Opening drive, Raiders. General Buggage, quick slant. Kendrick Joseph slips the tackle. He's gone. 7-0. Raiders in front. But Karr going to come back and show them what they can do. John Johnson, quick hitter across the middle. Dejon Smith. Speed for days. 7-7 is your score. 3 and out for the Raiders. They make the mistake of punting to Teron Francis.
The man-child.
He wasn't fair catching that bugger. He takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. The LSU 4-star commit makes it 14-7. And so we kick off. Joseph breaks 1 and 2 and 3 tackles. It's another race. Another track meet race down the sideline, and he will win. 14-all is your score. Still in the first, Johnson up top to his main man. It's Francis dialed in double coverage.
What a catch.
The man-child at the 1. Very next play, Jermon Macklin crossed the goal line. Cougars go in front 20-14. Second quarter, Buggage still bugging it. Hits Micah Green in the flat, makes a man miss. Nothing but green grass. Raiders go up 21-20. But, folks, that was the last time they would lead. Johnson will go to Francis again. Looks like he's going to be stopped short for a moment, but check out those legs. Pumping.
Push.
A future D1 football player for sure. 34-21. Your final was 69-28. Homecoming win for the Cougars, clinching the district championship.
You got to understand how hard it is to do what Edna Karr did. They ran through the Catholic League with ease. I don't know if they even had a close game. But Edna Karr is really impressive. I'm ready to see the Edna Karr Ash matchup.
After it was 21-20, they outscored them 49-7 the rest of the way.
Let's stay in the New Orleans area, though, because our friend Garland Gillen was at Newman South Plaquemines for a district championship and 2 of the top teams at lower divisions.
We're uptown tonight with the District 10-2A title on the line. It's the undefeated Newman Greenies taking on South Plaquemines. The Green Machine on the board first. Eli Friend rolls out, connects with James Reese. It's a 29-yard touchdown, 7-0. Hurricanes drive in Greenie territory to the air, and it's picked by Alexander Dulitz. The senior with the INT keeps it 7-0. Second quarter now, Friend scanning the field, calls his own number, breaks numerous tackles. 43 yards later, he's in Hurricane territory. Same drive, Newman inside the 10, but now South Platte gets defensive. Ahmad Lewis intercepts the ball in the end zone. Under 2 minutes to go until half. Friend rolls out, goes up top to Charles Wilson. Oh yeah, that's a touchdown. 56-yard connection makes it 14-0 at the break. First possession of the second half, we have a fumble by Newman. Daniil McGee Jr. recovers for the Canes. Next play, Roderick Parker to Alex Phillips. He does the rest. Hits the burners for a 31-yard touchdown. South Plaque back in this one, 14-7. Canes ball, Parker in the pocket, finds Jaheim Williams out in the flat. He houses it from 22 yards out. Extra point no good, 14-13 Newman. Fourth quarter now, pitch outside to Jake Randall. He hits the corner, and he's in there for a 6-yard touchdown. 21-13 Greenies. Under 4 to go. Canes inside the 10. Williams up the middle. 5-yard touchdown run. 2-pointer good. It's 24-21. Under a minute to go. Canes driving, but we got a pick by Henry Cook. That's your ball game. 24-21.
I think our kids played a little tight in a tight game, and we needed it. So we thought it'd be a playoff atmosphere. They played like that. It's a state championship caliber, I think, 1A team. And I just think that's a great high school football game. And my God, we needed it. These guys hadn't played more than a quarter or two. So hats off to South Plaquemines. What high school football's about. They drove it in the end. Look, we got a turnover, but my heart was in my throat too. But look, that's what district championships are supposed to be.
Newman finishes the regular season 8-0 and will be the number 2 seed in the Division III Select Playoffs. From Uptown, Garland Gillen, Fox 8 Local First.
So there you are, the Greenies, 10-0, now headed into the playoffs. Nice effort, though, by the Hurricanes of South Plaquemine.
Yep, and speaking of the Hurricanes of South Plaquemine, they're the most bottom of the boot you can get, pretty much down there in its own little corner. Let's head to the exact north of the boot, the top of the boot. Haynesville, the Golden Tornadoes taking on Glenbrook, also looking to try and go 10-0. First quarter, Haynesville leads 7-0. Isaiah Washington swing pass to Jamarius Williams, speed to the outside. Green grass in front would go really well with those Edna Karr Rummel track meets. He gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Golden Tornado lead now 14-0. Moving to the second quarter, tours deep in Apache territory. Isaiah Washington give it to Donnie Critton, and he gets into the end zone for a 21-0 lead. Rain was a little bit of a problem up there tonight. It was a problem down here last night. Made its way up north, trying to affect them. Here comes Glenbrook now. It's Easton Standers. Pass is picked off by Zacharias Fielding. He wants a pick six, but it's returned inside the 20. No points after a missed field goal, but Haynesville gets it right back. Isaiah Washington rolling right deep downfield. It's Jamarius Williams for the touchdown to make it 28-0. The Haynesville Golden Tornadoes roll in this one. Final score, 51-6. David Franklin didn't look too happy in that shot there, but I know deep down he's really excited about this team and how far they could go in Division IV non-select. Might have to go through South Plaquemine. We could have a North versus South matchup in a classic.
Still 14 games to get to. Stay right there. More of Friday Night in the Boot coming up.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it.
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Iowa Yellow Jackets, they're taking on the DeRidder Dragons. Iowa quarterback Reed Dupree looking for a touchdown. He finds Jeremiah Bushnell, goes up and grabs it for a touchdown early. Yellow Jackets lead. They're looking to continue a really great season so far. A couple weeks ago, we had the if it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's go Dupree. Back to Bushnell. He gets the catch.
Only thing he's breaking is the defense. Whoop!
There goes one.
Whoop.
There goes another. There goes a third into the end zone for another touchdown. Iowa rolling in this one early. Put him back on offense. Let's get him some more points, right? Cohen Charles is going to get this handoff as you see Bushnell getting a good celebration in. There's Cohen Charles with the touchdown. It's looking too easy for Iowa right now. DeRidder needs to get something going, and the Dragons would not go down without a fight. Connor Rushford. He's going to take the screen pass. Here he comes. Connor Rushford off the screen pass, and he's going to rush past everyone on the Iowa defense. Sees a couple guys off, and then he's into the end zone for a touchdown. But Iowa would cruise in this one. Final score, 42-14. They're 9-1. Their only loss was from a team from out of state, so they're technically unbeaten in the state of Louisiana. Going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
Unbeaten 10-0 is what they were setting out to do, as Airline was in Independence Stadium last night taking on Huntington. Third quarter, their quarterback, Ben Taylor. Give him time, he's going to burn you, and sure enough, here he goes deep. Jarvis Davis Jr., Huntington defender, can't bring him down. That's a touchdown. The Vikings go up 45-28. They score points in buckets. Still, into the fourth quarter, Huntington would show some fight. Landon Gibbs to Tyler Welch, breaks away from the defense. The Raiders senior, on senior night for his squad, makes the big play to cut it to 45-34, but Airline responds. Taylor to DJ Allen. Nobody gonna get this guy down. Oh. Touchdown, Vikings. They go on to win 59-54, second district title in 3 years, 10-0 for Justin Scroggins' team.
Probably closer than Mr. Scoggin would have liked it, but they're 10-0, and they're going to be rolling into the playoffs. Let's head now to the Central of Louisiana. Bunkie taking on Marksville. It's senior night for the Marksville Tigers. They honored fellow senior Nate Trell, who was lost earlier this year. Here comes Bunkie, though, opening drive. Brayan Tompkins with the handoff. He gets the first score of the night.
It's like they didn't want to hit him.
6-0. Here comes Jaden Price scrambling to find a receiver. He does. Look at this one-handed catch from Caden Evans, getting the Tigers downfield, a couple yards away from the goal line, but Zion Lee gets a stop for the Panthers, forcing a turnover. Marksville back on offense. Murray flips it to Preer, who throws it up, and it's intercepted by Lucas Mose. Bunkie go back on offense, and it's Zion Lee who gets the handoff for the touchdown, making it 14-0 Panthers. Marksville back on the ball, and it's another interception for the Panthers. This time, it's Kyle 2K Johnson. He takes off the other way. There he is. He's in the end zone now. Tell him, man, get in the end zone. Let's go. 22-0 Bunkie. They're rolling right now, but Marksville, they're resilient. They would drive down the field. Murray would get the snap, find the hole, get the Tigers right on the board before half. Panthers would roll in this one, though. They win the Catskin game 4 years in a row over Marksville. 30-6 was the final. Bunkie, 10-0 for the first time since 2003. District champs for the first time since 2009.
District championship on the line as Amite went on the road to meet Jules Sumner, the Warriors and the Cowboys. Amite with the football, their quarterback, Jeremy Franklin. Down the field, 30-yard hookup with Jack Johnson. First down in the red zone, the Warriors would score the first touchdown of the game. Jamiron Dillon puts them up 7-0. Later in the next possession, Franklin going to be back to pass again, this time looking for Braylon Taylor.
Wide open.
Yep, he's got it. Beats the defenders up the sideline before he gets bumped out of bounds. Then it's Franklin to Johnson, but this time it's picked. Jaden Perry steps in front for the Cowpokes. Is he going to score? There's offenders turn to defenders there. They do get him down, but it only delays the inevitable as they end up getting their touchdown.
There it is.
So that made it a 7-7 game, but Amite would go back in front 14-7 as Lionel Perkins, 10 yards out, gets up the sideline and eventually sets up the touchdown. Amite jumped out to a 21-7 first half lead, but Jules Sumner storms back. Check out your final score as the Cowboys in overtime take it 29-27 for a district title. First time in 20 years and a 9-1 record on the board.
What a win for the Cowboys. The last time they played in overtime, they fell to Franklinton, but they get it done this week. Don't go anywhere. Whenever we come back, we've got some great things coming up. We got Xavier Ford from Leesville, leading rusher in the state. We also have JT Curtis trying to avoid a losing record in the regular season for the first time since like the 60s.
1969.
It's been a while. Stay at your TVs. We'll be right back after this.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
The start of school means the start of new sports seasons, which unfortunately can mean injuries. Too often, sports injuries are treated with opioids, leading to addiction among our youth. And drug addictions can cause overdoses and deaths. If you're injured, ask your doctor for medicines and therapies that don't use opioids. And if you're struggling with opioid addiction, we can offer treatment. Opioid addiction is a losing game. You can help. Learn more at realhelpvr.com. That's realhelpvr.com.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The Wampus Cats of Leesville looking to end the season the right way, taking on LaGrange. Normally you'd see Xavier Ford in these types of situations, but it's the quarterback, Terrell Broom, who takes the option and cruises in for the touchdown. Leesville up early in this one. But it wouldn't be long before you see the man himself. There he is, Xavier Ford, leading rusher in the state, gonna walk past a couple of guys, and he is gone. He makes running look so easy, and he just cruises his way into the end zone. Man, it looks like he's jogging. I know he's full out sprinting, but none of the defenders near him. He runs his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Broom showed off the legs earlier. Let's get him to show off the arm a little bit. Fakes the handoff and forward, looks downfield. He's got Mike Davis Jr. wide open. No defenders within 20 yards of him maybe. There's number 5. He's nowhere near him. Another touchdown for Leesville. They're rolling in this one. But Ford, he says, I'm built Ford tough. I'm ready to get some more.
I'm sure they've never heard that before.
He's going to get the handoff, a little pitch run. He's going to juke his way past a couple of defenders, and he's gone into the end zone. Another touchdown for Ford. Leesville cruises in this one. Final score, 33-0. The Wampus Cats are 8-2, right in that postseason form they probably want to be in. They'll be a tough out in the playoffs as well.
District title on the line in Covington tonight. The Lions hosting St. Paul's. St. Paul's, great story last week. Could they repeat the feat? Caden Heck of the Lions gets things going for us. Hunter Spell is his receiver.
Oh, caught it on his helmet.
Caught that off of his helmet for a nice 20-yard pickup. Later in the drive, Heck back to throw again. Looking for Jacob Pompa.
Pump me
top,
up.
And he is wide open for a touchdown and a 7-0 Lions lead. Covington would keep it going on the next drive. Heck again back through the air. Jawan Brock the target this time. He's got it. Shakes a tackle, fights through a tackle again. Okay, 4 guys might get him, might not. Nice pickup. Heck then finds Brock. He's at the goal line. He goes in. 14-0. Covington asserting itself. But check out this. A huge moment. A bad snap on another possession. Wow.
Oh, no. Get rid of it.
Try to avoid the safety, but then they give up bad field position.
Oh,
and then
no.
a tough spot over the punter's head. St. Paul's recovers it for a touchdown. 14-7 at that point. And then St. Paul's looking for another stop on defense. Heck's pass tipped in the air. Brennan Higgins of St. Paul's gives the Wolves the football again. St. Paul's offense would find the end zone as Troy Willis will punch it in on this one. They went up 17-14 at the half. Spencer, they outscored them 38-14 after trailing 14-0. St. Paul's, another huge victory, 38-28. They claim the district championship, 9-1 on the season.
I know Covington's got to be hurting after this one. You had them pretty much where you wanted them, but unable to pull through and get it done. And those two bad plays pretty much cost you the game.
Not the senior day you want, for sure.
Not for sure, but let's go down to New Orleans. John Curtis looking to somehow claw out of this season, regular season, with a positive record, taking on St. Aug, the Purple Knights. St. Aug's going to start on offense and trying to get things going, but the Patriots defense, they're going to make a play, forcing the fumble. There it is, hack and whack time down there. Patriots recover in St. Aug territory. Next play, they hand it off to Jacoby Boudreaux. He gets it into the end zone for the score. Patriots go up 7-0. The Purple Knights trying to answer back. Vashawn Coulon taking the deep shot, but it's intercepted. Xavier Brown makes the play and gets the stop. This Curtis defense is trying everything they can to not end with a losing record. First time since 1969 it would be. They're trying to capitalize on turnover, but they fumble the ball. St. Aug recovers, and they finally can get things rolling with a little bit of momentum. Next play, they hand it off to Keith Hill Jr. He dives over the pile for a touchdown, but St. Aug would go for 2. Next play, Coulon draws back on the 2-point conversion, I believe. There's Miguel Whitley. I don't think that was a 2-point conversion, but what a catch and adjustment by Miguel Whitley in the end zone. That makes it, that is the 2-point conversion. 8-7. But here comes Curtis. They fumble the ball again. And St. Aug recovers. And
It's a Purple Knights party.
A few plays later, give it to the running back. Patrick Robinson II, he's in the end zone for a touchdown. St. Aug goes on to win it 28-20. John Curtis, that record, 4-5. They might win a couple games in the playoffs and make it, a positive record in the end. But 4-5, that's their worst season they've had since 1969. Steve, that was like way before I was born.
It was like 10 years after I was arrived. All right, let's go to a feel-good story from this year. Catholic of Point-Capee and New Roads, undefeated, trying to run the table in the regular season, hosting Opelousas Catholic. The Vikings starting out on the wrong foot. This is Luke Vosberg for the Hornets. A pick six and an early 6-0 lead for the home team. But the Vikings bounce back from that in short order. Check out a pass play, a little scramble first. Any way to evade that rush for Cross Gillen, and then winding up and firing to Rowan Bergeron. Just plucked it out of the air, beating both defenders to get the football and get them into scoring position. And then it's going to be the touchdown pass, Gillen to Roderick Tizano. That ties the game at 6-6. The Vikings are back in it. And then they'd score again quickly. Again, Gillen, back to pass, reads the secondary, goes to Roy Henry, up between two defenders and into the end zone for the touchdown. The Vikings go on to win this one on the road and spoil things for Catholic of Point-Capee, 56-32. Opelousas Catholic with the win.
Catholic Point-Capee needs to get a little bit healthier before the playoffs. They might have a little bit of time, but maybe not time to press the panic button yet, but that's a really good Opelousas Catholic team is getting healthy at the right time.
Sterlington and Union Parish, you're up next after the break.
Buying online is easy, but not when it comes to buying medications. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl. Kids are dying from these fake pills. Fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin. A lethal dose is smaller than a pencil point. Worse yet, medical professionals can't tell the difference between real pills and their counterfeits. Don't take anything that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Week 10, playoffs. Same guys we'll face in a couple of weeks. What we're gonna do tonight is all that matters, though, man. You gotta turn the dial up all the way up. No doubt what you finna do in my mind. No doubt.
Head coach Joe Spadafora getting his Union Parish Farmers fired up for Sterlington. Panthers 3rd, Farmers 6th in the non-select Division III power rankings. Of course, Union won the whole deal last year, and out on fire they are. Braxton Patterson finds Chase Meeking 7-0.
Pump me up, man. Pump me
That's what
up.
I'm talking about. Panthers' first drive. First touch, handoff, Hagen Herring loses control of that football, recovered by the Union defense. A few plays later, they're going to cash in on the quarterback sneak, 14-0, just halfway through the first quarter. Then in the second, Sterlington tries to get some offense. The pitch play, ooh, that's not going to work. The fumble, and Devontae Brazil picks it up, takes it to the house, 28-0. The Farmers, no problem in this one as they take down Sterlington by the final of 31-23.
Don't let the Farmers get hot. I tell you what, you never let the Farmers get hot. They've been in the Dome the last 4 years. Don't let them get hot. Let's go to another game that's for a district championship as well. Iota taking on Northwest. 4 quarters to determine who will be district champions. And in the first quarter, Kevion Johnson takes the handoff, and he is off to the races. Check him out. Is anyone going to catch him? They finally bring him down around the 10-yard line.
He was bulldogged.
But a few plays later, Samuel Leday takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Raiders go up early, 8-0 with a 2-point conversion. There you go. Tell me it's a touchdown, man. Second quarter, on 4th down, Leday gets the direct snap, and he finds the gap in for the score. Northwest starting to run away with it, 15-0. Iota gets a field goal, but on the ensuing kickoff, Craig Mallow. Check him out. He's going to bounce it around to the right side. Cameraman, out the way. I want to see Mallow run it down the sideline into the end zone. And it's a 22-3 lead. Iota just couldn't keep up with Northwest. Final score from this one is going to be 36-11. The Raiders, 8-2 this season, a really, really strong team, and it's going to be tough to bring them down. But let's head back down to South Louisiana, or even further south in Louisiana. Edie White taking on Vandebilt Catholic. This is a big-time rivalry game. These two
That's
teams.
a big-time entrance. How awesome is that?
That is. You see more of those popping up around the state. But it's going to be on the first drive of the game. It was really tough for them to get the ball going. Edie White comes up with a big-time tackle for loss. That was Adam Talbot. Cardinals weren't doing much either. They fumbled a snap on their first drive, and both these teams just seem to struggle to get going on offense. But let's continue that trend. On the third down, it's going to be Ethan Haney. He tries to take the quarterback run for a first down, but he's stopped by a flock of Cardinals. About 4 of them over there. No Terriers in the works anywhere. Let's go to the second quarter now, and we're going to see the boom get laid on by Josiah Johnson. He's going to lay the boom. Lets him know he's there. But the Cardinals and this offense eventually get going. It took a while, got into the second quarter. This is going to be Landon Babbitt who gets the option, runs past everyone into the end zone for a touchdown. Cardinals lead 7-0. The final score from this one, 21-14. A little bit of a worry for both sides on that offense, but I'll give it to the wet conditions.
Gators, Griffins, and Tigers. Oh my, that'll be our last segment. Stay with us.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
Welcome back, Steve Schneider and Spencer. Denham Springs and Sanamaw, both in the district title hunt. Final week of the season, and we start with Gators quarterback Cooper Babin. Fakes the option, keeps the football, walks into the end zone. The Gators take a early lead over the Yellow Jackets. Babin would continue that spectacular play, this time with his arm, dropping back to throw. Timothy Johnson in the end zone for another score. Gators go up 17-0 on the Jackets. Denham Springs would try to rally. Quarterback Jerry Horn looking to get him on the board, but here the deflection bites him big. Picked off Easton Humphrey. Works his way in and out of traffic. Is he going to score?
He's going to score.
Oh, my goodness. Another touchdown for the Sanamaw Gators as they were in control. Horn would get back on offense, find Colton LaBeouf, and he will make it into the end zone there to get them on the board. However, Horn had problems with some of those turnovers. You saw one go off his receiver's hands. Again, back to throw here, playing catch-up. That one also off the receiver's hands, and this one picked off as well. The Gators with a district championship, resounding victory to go 7-2. David Oliver's team wins it by a final of 38-8. Same district. Dutchtown's Griffins, big player in the playoffs last year, on the road taking on Live Oak. That's where you went to school, right?
That is.
Okay.
Looking to win a share of the district championship.
All right, let's see what happens here. Eagles taking on Dutchtown, and once again, big turnover. This is a pick six for Braden Dunn, just a sophomore, puts the Griffins up early by a 7-0 lead. Eagles hoping that they can get back in this game, but it's more Griffins offense here. Dylan Champagne to Rylan Mayu sets up a home run, huge run for Lakedron Harvey. The Griffins touchdown maker puts his team up 14-0.
Just ran through two dudes.
Yes, students.
Look at the Griffin. The Griffin.
Yes.
He's out.
Did he throw a block? Oh, never mind. The student section going crazy, and yeah, the Hard Hats, always at Dutchtown Griffin games, 14-0 at that point. Eagles try to get something going. Chad Christie on a 4th down, scrambling, tries to get rid of that football, but it's a big play. Chad Christie, actually the defender on that play. That gives the Griffins another possession as they stop him on 4th down. Harvey.
Look at him go.
Juking, jiving, and walking into the end zone, 21-0 at that point. Dutchtown.
There's a Griffin again. He had to get him on the touchdown celebration.
He's getting his hugs in. Give him a break. 42-13, Dutchtown. 8-1 in the regular season. Certainly Guy Mistretta's team figures to be a contender in the postseason.
They do, and another team that figures to be a contender, trying to go for a perfect season, which Guy Mistretta's team lost out on a couple weeks ago, is the Denham Tigers, but they've got to take on the Slaughter Community Charter Knights. They're looking to play spoiler. Denham's looking to go 10-0 for the first time since 2018. Tykemion Ford's going to start out well for the Knights. He's going to take this quarterback run here for a first down, pushed out of bounds, held up there by a couple of defenders. But then Ford, someone's going to have the ball back there, and he's going to be taken down by a host of Tigers. They've basically lived in the backfield the rest of the way, and here comes Elijah Haven. Faked me out and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nice
Tyler
grab.
Sotow for the end zone. 7-0 touchdown Tigers. Neil Weiner.
This game was played at Zachary, right?
It was. It was played at Zachary because Dunham's field is destroyed from last week. But let's see Haven again. He's going to throw it up, and he's going to find his man in the back of the end zone for another touchdown. And I think you can notice a pattern here, Steve. Dunham is all in control right now. Slaughter doesn't have an answer for them. Let's see what they have on offense. It's Ford again. He's going to throw it, tipped up, and it's intercepted by Grant Morgan. Morgan takes it down the sideline to the house for the touchdown. It's now 21-0. Dunham's rolling, but check this throw out from Elijah Haven. He's going to throw it up there to his man, Jarvis Washington. Get up there, get it, big fella, and bring it down. He's going to go all the way, 90-something yards, tap the head man on his head for the touchdown. Dunham led 28-0 at the end of the first. The final score from this one, 52-16. They had 48 points in the first half. Probably brought off the brakes a little bit. Dunham's 10-0 for the first time since 2018. Now that year, they did lose in their first game of the playoffs. I know he won't want to repeat that.
That was Derek Stingley Jr.'s senior year before going on to LSU and, of course, professional football. And Neil Weiner was actually at that Zachary Catholic game the night before, not just checking out the playing surface. Of course, he used to coach at Zachary, and, of course, he played at Catholic. His dad, the Hall of Famer Dale Weiner, the coach at the time he played there. I'll tell you what. He did a great job for us in the Superdome last year for the championships doing color analysis work. He doesn't want that job this year. He wants to be coaching in the Superdome, and, of course, we wish him well with that. Now, we were going to talk a lot of brackets and playoffs tonight, and we really can't do that, apparently.
We can't. Now, University Lab, earlier this week, it was found out that they might have had some ineligible players, so they had all their wins forfeited. They were 0-9 going into their win against Port Allen, which made them 1-9, but they are appealing it, which sort of messes up the whole power ratings process because each win for each team against, it's like a cyclical, just it keeps going.
It's
the
dominoes.
Whole thing is affected.
It could be dominoes, I guess is what they're saying.
So if the wins are restored, it helps a lot of teams. And for other teams, it's kind of in the mix right now. So no brackets. It looks like the brackets are going to be pushed back. We hope to see some brackets soon and maybe bring it to you next week on the Spotlight to talk about it. But we kind of got our hands tied here. We do know a couple of teams that were in there. We know for sure Evangel because up in Shreveport, they had to have that win, and they get it, and they're in. But it sort of is a topsy-turvy moment. But we hope you've enjoyed Week 10 of Friday Night
As long as they get it done and we can have another Friday night in the boot. Garrett Wolverine, we missed you tonight. See you later on the boot.